What is up guys, Ghost here, and welcome to Siege of Shanghai nighttime style. We've all been so caught up in the Hardline beta recently that we've forgotten a little bit about Battlefield 4, and it's nice to get to jump back into the CTE and check out this new nighttime map. Now if you weren't already aware, DICE have been working for some months on nighttime maps for some of the Battlefield 4 maps, and they're starting off here with Siege of Shanghai. It's live on the CTE servers and you can go over there and try it out for yourselves. Now the map looks absolutely amazing. I love what they've done with the lighting. They've got this lovely fog over the water. It's really atmospheric to run around in this map and play in it. It's also quite difficult though. It's quite hard to see players, as you would indeed expect it to be in a night map. Now, in order for this night map to actually work, they've made a few changes to the layout of the map, where you're able to spawn, where the flags are and stuff. So here over at C flag, you can see that the flag is actually down on the bottom and the elevators have been taken away. Although I think that they actually forgot to take the elevator buttons away by accident, so that probably needs to be looked into. But I think the reason they did this is because they didn't want snipers up on the top of a sea tower sniping at people, and it would be almost impossible to be able to see them and actually take them out yourself unless you had a sniper to counter-snipe them. Now there is currently a bug where if you have the C flag and you spawn on that flag, you will actually sometimes spawn on the roof. I'm pretty sure this is unintended, and the elevator blocks that used to house the elevators are no longer there, and as you can see by this footage, there's actually somewhat of an invisible wall there that you can see through. Don't worry, I'm not hacking, it's just something that DICE have yet to figure out, and that's that you're probably not supposed to spawn on the rooftop at all there, so that's definitely something they need to look into. Now on top of the changes to the flag, there's quite some changes to the vehicles as well. There are no helicopters, so no scout heli if you're playing on 32 player, and no attack heli on 48 or 64 player map versions. Not really quite sure for the reasoning on this one, probably the same reason as with the snipers. It would just be too hard to take them out with them flying in the air in the middle of the night, and they would just be able to wreak havoc on unsuspecting infantry down below. Now I really urge you guys to jump over onto the CTE and to try this map out for yourself, because it really opens up to a lot of exciting gameplay and use of weapons and scopes and gadgets that have otherwise gone unused, at least for me, in my entire Battlefield career, if you will. So things like the FLIR scope, the infrared night vision scope, those are really useful now. Putting on a suppressor on your weapon is also a great way to hide yourself on the minimap. Currently you can only play the night maps on classic mode, since the spotting mechanic would somewhat ruin the experience of not being able to see enemies around you until they got close, so having a suppressor is a great way to go. Personally, I went with the smoke grenades and I used the infrared sight to see through that. Something else that is really cool in the night maps are the flares. They actually light up and really blind you in this game mode. I've yet to try out the flashbangs. I didn't get a chance to give them a go, and I didn't get flashed by anyone, but I'm guessing that that is a similarly uncomfortable experience. So yeah, really cool to get to play around with some new attachments and grenades and gadgets and stuff that I would probably otherwise never have bothered touching. Now don't worry if you go and play this and you end up finding a lot of bugs, because as I say, DICE do have some work left to do on it. I do believe they're going to be implementing lights that you can actually shoot out in order to dim certain areas. I tried shooting out a bunch of the lights, it didn't really seem to make any difference to the lighting, and I'm almost certain that they simply haven't implemented that feature yet. Another cool thing is there is a Levolution event rumoured to be implemented into the map as well, somewhat of a power surge that will cause a blackout in a certain area of the map. Some people were saying tonight while I was playing that they'd seen it on some other servers. The one person in the game was actually claiming that he knew how to start that Levolution event, but we couldn't get him to spill the beans on that, so I'm not sure if he was lying or not. But if I manage to check that out, I will let you guys know about it in the future. So that's about it for this one, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below, how do you feel about this night map? Do you like the look of it? Do you like the new gameplay? Or do you think it's all just a bit too dark and too difficult to see the enemies to actually shoot at them? Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you have premium, then don't waste the opportunity, go and try it out for yourselves. As always, feel free to give the video a like if you enjoyed or found it useful, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.